Eric, the DFM has selected S&P Dow Jones Indices as a calculation agent for its major indices. Can you talk to us a bit about why the changes to the index and why S&P Dow Jones Indices?
So, with the arrival of international asset managers and fund managers and international focus on the region and specifically on Dubai and DFM, it's increasingly important to work with parties and with strike collaborations with entities that are recognized in international markets as well. So for us, working with S&P on that was a very logical choice, and it's been a good journey so far with the relaunch of the DFM General Index. Most importantly, I think what we wanted to change to our index was to make it free float adjusted. Market cap was an important one for our stakeholders, as well as limiting the cap of each constituent, so each member of the index, to 10%. So no one share listed company can actually dominate the index too much. That is capped. So I think overall that's what international asset managers will recognize and will value. And they also value that cooperation between DFM and S&P in bringing that to market, and to see alternative or products being developed on the basis of that DFM General Index.
Charbel, S&P Dow Jones Indices has exchange relationships across the globe. Can you tell us why this is so important and what it means to collaborate with DFM as a calculating agent?
Sure. So our first exchange relationship, I think, dates back to the early 90s. And we had teamed up with CME and SIBO, which are now our two largest exchange partners globally. So through CME, they are actually an owner at S&P of around 24%. And we clear a lot of our derivatives and futures with CME. Our real-time indices are done through CME. And then obviously with SIBO, we've got the VIX index, and we've got a lot of our option-based trades that happens through our S&P indices. We then took the next step and go international. We teamed up with TMX in Toronto, ASX in Australia, KRX in Korea, JPX in Japan, BSE in India, NZX in New Zealand. We have all the LATAM exchange relationships. It's an essential part of our business. So we are not a top-down approach index provider. We are a bottom-up approach index provider, where we come into markets, we work with the exchanges to improve the capital markets, to improve the financial infrastructure, to improve the benchmarks, to promote transparency, to promote liquidity. And then we have our indices licensed for ETFs or ETNs, or even derivatives or futures indices. So we're able to build that liquidity ecosystem and that transparency in these markets, which today made us very essential. So if you look at index providers, you'll see that S&P by far has the largest footprint of exchange partnerships globally. And we love that. We love working with our exchanges. We love working with the market because we get to know the market better into our indices. We're able to work on the corporate actions together. We're able to build that flagship indices within the local market. So it's very, very important for us, the exchange partners.